Oh, Queen Latifah, I just loved how she died.
Billboards and Barbershops.
Damn.
It's your boy Open Wave Drop. I'm here with Shorts and a few good men. We got some talent in the building. We're gonna build with y'all. Let the people get to know about y'all journey a little bit, about y'all grind, what y'all got coming next, and all of that good stuff. So, without further ado,
Marcus Banks, I lick asses and knock off lashes. If you don't like a thumb in your butt, you're not worth the fuck. And if you're not wearing a thong, you're wearing it wrong.
Yo, it's your boy Trey Dowdy, Yonkers, New York, man. Make sure you check me out on TreyDowdy.com. My name is Trey. My last name is
Gucci Fritos.
Your boy Desi Johnson, aka Des Comedy. You hear the fungus and the mungus. Shout out to my heavy homies. One time for the thick mamas. Y'all know my motto, B.O.B. Go there with a belt, make a nigga hot, man.
And you talk about mine.
what advice would you give someone just starting in the industry? Just starting out, fresh out the bat.
Give up. I told motherfucker. Give up. Nah, if you want to get in this industry, one thing I gotta say is like you have to have a strong mind for comedy. It's a lot of egos in comedy.
Word.
So at times you can't take a lot of things personal, and you just gotta notice it's business. Cause there's times I've been on shows and I've seen other people on certain shows. I'm like, damn, why this person ain't called me? But you have to come in here with a strong mind, and you can't think everyone is out to get you. You gotta make your own lane. And the thing about comedy is like, once you start making a little name in the lane for yourself, people gonna understand. You know what I mean? Like, one thing about comedy is like a female. It's like they'll get back to you when you give to them. You know what I mean? So when you start opening rooms and doors for certain comedians, they'll call you for certain shows because they'll remember that. They'll keep it in their mind. So other comedians, they be in their own lane. Some of them are still stuck in the Def Comedy Jam lane and, just focused on who they came up with. But at the same time, it's so much in the comedy world that we could do. But if so much egos wasn't involved, I think certain things could go a little bit more smoother. You know what I'm saying? But it all, God grants everybody that needs it.
I tell niggas who's not even in the comedy to try it once. So live, have fun. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Ask questions, be annoying. I ask niggas 1,000 questions. And you have to be a student. And like I said, enjoy it, man. Keep balance. But for your first year in it, have fun. Get up as much as you can. Don't be take criticism. Like once again, what he said, you gotta be able to take criticism because your first show might be your best show because all your cousins came.
Yeah. Nobody there. It's like, shit.
Now you gotta show them fucking.
You in Nebraska.
Yeah, you in Nebraska.
Closet in Nebraska.
Hey, so the time just after that.
They like, huh?
Yeah, they in the but
Everyone ain't gonna understand you, nigga. This ain't the family reunion.
And I ain't gonna lie, like most of all, like from my experience from doing comedy, believe it or not, it's just listening. Just listen to people, bro. Because no matter who it is, it could be a nigga that bombed that night. He might could tell you something before you bomb. Like, yo, they not really. Like, just listen. You know what I mean? And don't take, like Bink said, don't take when somebody's saying something to you the wrong way.
Y'all all come out of major cities in the 914, New Road, Yonkers, Mount Vernon, and we wanted to ask y'all a little bit about some of the influences from your city.
it's kind of hard because my influences like JB Smooth and Talent. So them niggas, they made a different staple in the comedy game their own right. JB Smooth from the Adam Sandler to the Chris Rocks, and then Talent being like 20-something hosting Def Comedy. And nigga was like, he's the king of New York.
Yo, he was 20, I didn't even know they gave me some shit.
So my influences are more so like, I'm not chasing that legacy, but like, alright, nigga, like I'm under them, but I'm gonna create my own legacy type shit. Then like
What you have, bro.
Yeah, and it's for the people. I play sports out there. I'm born and raised in Mount Vernon. So my influence is just like the city from my town, and I like to not the people's champ, but like just my city alone is my influence. Sometimes if you walk around Mount Vernon, you just see like like this shit ain't like this and that. So.
I'm definitely influenced by my town. Like my town is considered like the Black Cloud. That's what they call it. Like Yonkers, like
the sixth
cloud.
borough.
Yeah, the sixth borough, the Black Cloud.
Biggest city in Westchester.
Yeah, in fact. So a lot of people don't get as much love as I get. Like, and I love that. Like I embrace that shit. Like it gets to a point where people don't like me because of the love I get. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I'm accepted in my town as who I am, just being me. I ain't gotta be nobody else. I get mad support from my town. And surprisingly, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be surprising me. Like I be seeing, like sometimes I have shows where niggas that be beefing with each other, they both at the show, but they there for me, so they ain't even worrying about it. Like that shit be letting me know how much love I get from my town. So like I'm influenced with my town mostly, like how everybody is, like being blunt. Motherfucker will tell you about yourself immediately, like you know what I'm saying. So that's pure comedy to me. I look at that like niggas just saying how they want to say. Like I have conversations like if you sit down with me and my mans and we all talk, you be like, what the fuck? Like these niggas just saying anything. Like but that's just us. You feel what I'm saying? And that shit helps me a lot with comedy too, because I'm able to be myself on stage.
I was influenced by the barbershop. And you know, the barbers would just throw out wild ass jokes, and I'm like, damn, yo, I couldn't say this in my house.
Yeah.
And I just got so comfortable with being there. I started like, yo, they can't bully me forever. I know I'm going to get y'all paper towel and alcohol, but goddamn, bro, like, let me say something back. So after a while, it was to a point like I started joking back with the barbers and started getting the understanding, like, oh, this is barbershop talk. So like later down the line, when I finally got into the comedy, and when I started like. Desi would tell you, I really, like, hosting is my love, you know what I mean? I love doing features, headlining, but, like, hosting is my love because you can get so much out. You anchor the show, you know what I mean? No matter who they came to see, you put the show together, you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna remember you.
Yeah, they're gonna remember you. So, with comedy and the barbershop, it came, like, hand to hand because at times, I do shows where motherfuckers really ain't coming to see me, they came to see the headliner. Now you get a heckler. But it's like, damn, this was the same shit happening in the barbershop because I'm snapping on this barber, this barber jumping. Now I could, you know what I mean? I can multitask. So I'm used to this. I'm from New York, bro. I grew up on Rosedale and I was raised on Lincoln. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is like, I just love my town. I really wasn't influenced by nobody besides of like being around the barbershop. If you told me at 30 years old I'd be a comedian and I'm somewhat successful, I'd be like, yeah, that ain't my lifestyle. You know what I mean? I did not write that in the 5th grade yearbook. You know what I mean? So I was like, I never thought about it.
What type of work do y'all put in? Like, how do y'all niggas get better? Like, I have no idea.
I just try to be myself as much as possible, man. Like, that's
you can write. You can write.
You can write, but I use most of my unwrittens.
That's like
real shit. Yeah.
Yo, sometimes you can be on stage and you feeling so good. And you say some shit, you hit a crowd, you like,
oh,
you look at your man, yo, write that down. Because it was a good joke, you know what I'm saying? But, yo, you can write, bro, but unless you, like, really putting it out there, it means nothing.
Your writing has to be diverse.
Yes.
So, yes, it's your world and it's your language. So, if you are going to do a train joke, say from your experience, but you can't say, who out here take the train? Nigga, we in California. We in Mexico, nigga.
You know where you are?
Who take the Metro North? Nigga, you in fucking Nevada. Ain't no Metro North out here.
Exactly.
So with that being said, do y'all still run your material by like your peers or other comedians?
You can do it with your peers, but me, personally, I'll go to an open mic. And then I start doing it at shows.
So you'll do it blindly, so to speak.
Is that something you still do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, sometimes, most of the times, I'll tell my man Mick, like my man Mick, he's one of them niggas, like he'll tell you when your shit is whack.
Yeah.
Immediately. So I would tell him and see how he feels about it sometimes, and see if he critique it. Or even tell one of these niggas, don't even really matter. I know this nigga's gonna steal my shit and go use it or whatever. But it's not like I'm telling them the whole joke, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like I'm telling them every joke I got or whatever. I don't tell them none of that. But if it's something I'm still questioning, like, yo, how the fuck can I make that?
I cannot start or finish.
Like, I start asking questions to see how people relate to it, and I'll come up with my own shit from there.
It's like what Banks said, we call it working out. So, me, for example, I'll think of some shit at 9. If I say that shit all day in my head, I gotta get on stage tonight. I thought of this shit, I tried that one time, and then the next 2 times, I was gonna go home and rewrite it, I restructure it, and I figure out what word it need to be replaced. Everybody got their own different styles of writing, but as far as the material, you have to get it out there. You're not gonna know. Like, you can write 1,000 shits a day, but if you're not, what he said, if you're not on stage trying it out, you don't know if you can lift 35 pounds. So you pick that bitch up. You do 500 push-ups. Can you lift that 45 pounds? You know what I'm saying? So.
And that be the messed up thing about comedy is like, when you do a joke, it's like a house. So you got to build the foundation. You know what I mean? Then it just rises up. Then you know the house is built. Then you start cutting some grass. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it really is, bro. Like, one comedian told me that shit. He's like, yo, that shit is like having a house, bro. You build
Those are the best jokes, though.
and then you go up. I'm like, and I didn't know what he was
back to
talking
them
about.
later in the show. Like, I love those to be always the best jokes. They got some depth to them. That's a great point, man.
You want your jokes to be timeless to where you said in '99, that shit can still work in 2003 because it's a
It's like Moesha braids. They gotta stay around.
You know, in order to do what we do and continue to do what we do, it comes at a cost. And really, I wanted to talk, like, ask y'all and get some insight about some of the sacrifices y'all have had to make to continue to pursue comedy and y'all dreams and aspirations.
It's a trade good.
Shit, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'm a whole father, so that's like my main focus there. So when I'm leaving the house and I gotta go do shows at night, from going to work and then getting to see my son for like 2-3 hours and having to do a show, that shit is a lot. So
even spend
less time with, man. Like, I wish I could get time back sometimes. But I also know, like, if I spend time in that crib not doing what I want to do, I ain't gonna be able to do the things I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work, there's a lot of sacrifice when it comes to that. And, you know, I know my family sacrificed with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even my wife should be on some shit like, yo, you good, go. I'd be like, what? Like, that right there, that's like the best thing, because I know I'm not only sacrificing, but other people are too. And for my son to see that, that's going to make him be the same way. And vice versa with everything else. Even with his kids, going to keep on going and going. So that's the goal, man.
What Trey said is time, man. The biggest sacrifice of this shit is time and relationships. Some relationships hurt, some grow. You know what I'm saying? Even those who understand it, they still don't understand.
I'm one of those, like, I'm a book. Everybody know I'm a book. When it comes to this comedy shit, you ain't coming through Westchester without contacting one of us. And it's other comedians in 914. But you can't have a show without putting one of us on that stage.
It's not really a
and
show.
if you do the show, best believe one of us is gonna show up and give you a look like, hey bro, you got it fucked up.
If I look at the bill, as someone who attends a ton of comedy shows, if I look at the bill and if it's something local or New York type shit and y'all ain't on the bill or y'all can't vouch for it, it's kind of quiet.
And I don't mean to be rude to certain comedians, but I'm just being honest. Like, I treat this shit like drugs. Like, you ain't coming on my block selling drugs, nigga, without checking in.
Can y'all talk a little bit about how y'all develop some of these relationships?
Likability.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm annoying. Like I'm like calm. Notice it's a vibe. It's like I play sports. So sometimes you play sports, you go to these summer camps or these other kids, you meet other players from a different city. Even though you come from a spot, you want to create that vibe. Like, nigga, we can be cool in that. And after a while, they'll take a liking to you. I'm not going in that extra. I'm not doing the most. And then, hey, let's say
real humble with it, just on a meet and greet.
You go light with the, hey, good morning, how you doing? Yo, you see the game yesterday? Sometimes them little messages end up helping you years later, just checking in and following up. So what he said, likability, controlling the vibe and just being chill. You know what I'm saying? And just not doing too much, not doing too less. You know what I'm saying? Like
staying
you.
Staying yourself. Yep. And selling yourself.
I remember the first time I embarrassed myself in front of a celebrity.
You doing too much?
Did too much. CIAA weekend. I swear to God, nigga.
At that point, y'all already had a relationship.
We didn't have this is my first time meeting him.
So let's get into it.
First time meeting Mike Epps. Went to Charlotte, and they did a switch off where Mike Epps' brother-in-law opened up for Jadakiss and I opened up for Mike. So I get there, Samoa's like, what the fuck you doing on this show? Because, you know, these are people that have been doing it 20 years. It's a package tour. And it's like, who the fuck is this young nigga coming here? Did my thing, I got on stage. She congratulated me. Earthquake congratulated me. It was a good show. Now we get to the Jadakiss show. I'm just so high off life. I did a good job at the show. I start snapping on this nigga Mike.
Oh, shit.
Bro, I get a call 2 days later from the manager like, hey, man, you know, we really like you. But there's some rules and regulations. I said, what the fuck you talking about? He said, yeah, you know, what happened in Charlotte can't be happening, man.
You went in on Mike like you did
I tried to go in on Mike, and he just over there like, bro, didn't I just pay you? Like, I just gave you some money, like, you know what I'm saying? And this is my first time opening, and he gave me a nice little lump sum.
You don't mess with any mics.
Yeah, so now, and then you're looking, and he giving me the, you know, no lie. And he said one joke, and he said, don't this nigga look like he got a picket fence in his in his mouth? And everybody know I got these 2 missing. When he said it, I was like, I don't like that joke. And then that nigga pulled me to the side and said, nigga, I don't even like doing this right here. Because the cameras was rolling. I was high off life.
Yeah.
And he checked me. You guys Mike to this day, nigga. I don't go in that nigga's green room, no nothing, nigga. I stay to myself. I stay in the janitor's closet because I understood. I was just so high knowing who he was, and everybody's around. I'm like, damn, this is my shot. But I already had my shot. I shot myself in the foot. So at times,
How did you repair that, and how?
oh, once we spoke, it was easy. It was like, you know, he told me like, hey, bro, this is the way you should act. You a comedian, you up on, you know what I mean? I took a liking to you for a reason. Just accept that. All that extra shit comes later. You know
So it was more so Mike reaching out to you, kind of you establishing yourself.
Yes, yeah. Making sure
around.
I knew, because it's like, you might not be on a roll with me. You might be on a roll with somebody else. So always keep your professionalism. And that's how I learned, like, all right, he giving me game. Like, one thing I can always say, I learned the most game being with Mike on a professional level. Doing comedy, I learned a lot fucking with Desi. Because it was always a test.
Yeah.
He didn't care who I was touring with. It's, are you staying true to yourself?
Shout out to all the fat bitches. Y'all know where we at. We
Yeah,
up here.
fat bitches though, man.
I'm sorry. Shout out to the big bones, juicy babies, mamas, and baby drummers. You know how we keep it with the llamas. And what you say you want to do with the bellies? If the belly ain't what?
No, belt with belt, make a nigga heart melt, man.
Make the hard melt, and all I need is an Xbox and keep it hot. What you need?
If you want a thumb in your butt, I'm coming through for the fuck.
Now listen, that's a hell of a night. You can hit yourself $40.
Listen, man, I'm Marcus Banks Comedy on Instagram. Make sure you tune in with me. I post all type of shit.
Word up, man. It's your boy Trey Dowdy. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, everything, man. Check my website out as well.
It's your boy Des Comedy. Follow me on Instagram at Des Comedy. I got merch for sale, random merch, you know, vintage.
Yeah, show them some of this shit. Come on.
I make nostalgic.
What is that?
Wow. He wasn't even going to set. Oh.
That's
The good random merch.
The next few months, I'm showing love to that HBCUs across the country. This is Morgan State colorway. And the random
That's
merch
fire.
is me. Yeah, it's black.
Appreciate you coming
Nah,
through
it's
with
all
this, bro.
good.
Thank you.
And the random merch is me doing nostalgic wear, all our favorite urban TV shows, music, sports, etc. There's random moments at random time. I'm currently back on the road with Rennie. We right now this first part of the tour is a mixtape tour. Top of 2021 is the Rennie and Friends tour, so check out for that. And still working. And yeah, follow your boy. And oh yeah, shout out to my homies on this journey. We all trying to lose weight together. Keep fucking with me. Yeah.